Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for coming to my party. And if you didn't make the party, well, it sucks to be you, actually. No, we missed you terribly, and I'm so grateful for all the friends that showed up at the Wrigley Mansion last night to celebrate my 70th birthday, and it was just an awesome party. And of course, I got to thank my daughter for putting this all together. I guess I must have done something right in between all the beatings that I gave her when she was a kid, that she would be so nice to me now. Of course, I have to be nice to her now because she is going to pick my nursing home, and so I have to be on my P's and Q's. But what a wonderful thing! I am so blessed to have a daughter like her, and I know a lot of you have children that are just as wonderful, and it is a blessing. And I'm not a religious person, so I'm not sure I'm allowed to use that word, blessing, but I'm going to use it because I do feel blessed. I've got my health, got my daughter, got a wonderful wife, and a wonderful family. Got to see my sister here for this party, and all of you guys, and it was just awesome. Now, we didn't in the party have a chance to open the presents, and so I know that's a highlight of most of us, especially since we're part of the consumer economy. And so I thought I would just kind of quickly go through and open these presents and say thank you. So bear with me. The first thing I got on the table here are the pillows that were at the place where I was supposed to sit, and I think Megan gave me these, but I'm not sure. They were just there on the seat, but they are very cool pillows. So whoever gave them to me, thank you. And then, of course, Mary, being the person who is not going to give a normal gift, ever, she gave me this, holy mackerel, about 10 cards, which I will send those out in an email, all the cards actually, rather than try to read them in this video. And not sure what she gave me here, if I can even get it open. It's like a storage box. That's a present in itself. It's a place to store stuff. Thank you, Mary. Hope you don't want that back. And a cool little running pack, so I can put it on my butt while Jack and I ride. And I'm not sure what this is. It's a Find Smiles Inside. It's a very cool picture to mount on the wall. Yes, that I can mount on the wall. Thank you, Mary. And also, what else? It looks like dishes. Holy mackerel. You know, Mary's been to enough of our parties to know that I never have something that's really cool to do do chips with. So thank you for the chip and dip deal here. This is really nice.
Ah, it's very cool. Yes.
Very cool. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Now, the next thing here is from my sister and Tommy Tweet. They, isn't this it? Is this yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And knowing my proclivity for Scotch, they gave me a bottle of Glenfiddich, but not the normal Glenfiddich. It's the 14-year-old really bourbon barrel reserve. That's where they take barrels that they made bourbon in, and then dump the bourbon out and make Scotch in them and let that age in the bourbon-flavored barrels. So I'm looking forward to guzzling this down. Okay, thank you, Joanna.
You're welcome.
And Tommy. And let's see, we got another one here from.
Get this out
Who is
of the
this?
way.
This is from. Says, forget the cake, man. Try the brownies. Sheila Allen and Hannah. And it says here, when Prohibition outlawed the manufacture and sale of alcoholic beverages in 1920, many enterprising residents in the small town of Iowa chose to become outlaws, producing high caliber and much sought after whiskey known as Templeton Rye. Wow. So this is some of the good stuff. And check that out.
Holy Moses.
And I'm starting to get, get the impression that my friends think I'm an alcoholic. And that is indeed reinforced by, this is a bottle of Black Bushmills, which is the kind of the upscale type of Bushmills that I love. And that's from, from Stephanie. Okay, I couldn't read your writing there. Thank you, Stephanie. Let's see. And another bottle of booze.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to hurry up on this tape so I can go to my AA meeting.
yeah. Either that or grab a cup.
Yeah. And this is the Glenlivet, fabulous single malt whiskey. And who did it come from? Oh, here's a card. And it says, "Happy birthday, Larry." And it says, "Remember when?" And there's a VW microbus with all those peace signs on it. And then it says, "Neither do I." Yeah, the 60s kind of went by, didn't they? Anyway,
So did the 70s.
that was from my good friends Frank and Katie. Frank, maybe I hope you met Frank last night. If you hadn't met him, he and I went to grade school and high school together. He was my best friend, and you know, he stole several girlfriends from me actually because he's so good looking. But other than that, I love him. Okay. And let's see. Now, here's one that doesn't look like booze. Let's see what it is. It is a t-shirt. Oh, very cool. And this t-shirt comes from my one of my loves of my life, our marketer, Kathy Pillard. Thank you, Kathy. And wait a minute. No, this doesn't come from her. She gave me a t-shirt similar to this.
Yeah,
This is
no,
from
that
somebody else.
one's
Who's this from?
Kathy's.
Yeah, let's get the card and find out who
There
gave me
we
this
go.
card.
Good idea.
Yeah, I'm screwing up here. 70 colorful years. Happy 70th, Jeff and Jeannie. Thank you, Jeff and Jeannie. And if you don't know, did get a chance to meet Jeff and Jeannie last night, they are the very cool neighbors and good friends of my daughter and my wonderful son-in-law. They live down the street. Anyway, thank you, Jeff and Jeannie. And let's see, what else do we have here? More booze. Gonna have to get to that AA meeting here. Another bottle of Bushmills. Thank you. And this Bushmills comes from who? Somebody told somebody that I like whiskey.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I have enough whiskey here to last me until I go into a retirement home. And let's see. This has got 3 dogs. One of them has a pink bone. And it says, "Hope your birthday's a blowout." And it blows out his butt like a bubble. And it's from Heather and Zach and Hattie. And if you didn't get a chance to meet Heather and Zach last night, Heather works in our office and has been with us since 2003. And we love her to pieces. And so thank you, guys. Really appreciate that. And let's see, another bottle of booze. You know, this video, should I just start drinking this stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, and see if I
Just-
can get drunk before the video's over?
Yeah, just put
Okay.
a straw in them.
I believe this is another bottle of, I can tell from the shape of the bottle, this
Bushmills.
is another bottle of Bushmills. These people know what I like. Yes, a bottle of Bushmills, and who's it coming from? There's a card in there, and it is from wishing you a happy birthday. Go ahead and celebrate. From Mindy and Marty, our good friends, with whom we like to argue politics. And I love you both, even though you don't see things the way I do, which is, of course, the right way. And let's see. Here we've got.
This is from Kathy.
This is from Kathy. And she gave me a T-shirt, but she's going to take it back and get a different size. And she gave me a cup that says, "It's a crime to look this good at 70." Which fits in with my philosophy that if you're going to lie about your age, always lie up, never down. So I tell people I'm 85 now, and they're just amazed at how good I am. Don't you think? Anyway, I think I got all the presents. I did want to point out the wonderful thing that Megan put together. This picture of me when I was a clown for her 9th birthday party when we lived over on Linwood Street. And you've all signed it, and I really appreciate that. I love you guys. And I'm going to get out that outfit and audition for a Stephen King movie here coming up as the killer clown of the neighborhood. And
I think you'll get the part.
yeah, and then here's this picture collage thing that was way cool. I hope you got to see this at the party where Megan put all these pictures in a frame, just various pictures. Can you get a close up of that?
Yeah.
Of me and CJ and some of the folks in the gang. Can you get a picture of that?
Here, yeah.
I'll send out a picture of that plus all the cards in an email. And I think that's it. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did, please let me know. And again, I want to thank you all for coming. It was, I was a little remiss last night and not saying that, and how touched I was. I was overwhelmed, and it was really made me realize how lucky a guy I am to have the wonderful friends and family that I have. And so I love you all, and take care. Thanks. So anyway, and then I don't want to forget to mention a present that I got before the party from the wonderful angel in my life and her husband, Lucia Holmes, and Guillermo. Lucia has been CJ's caretaker since 2006 and has been a major blessing in our lives and has become a part of our family. And she refers to CJ as her second mother, and CJ refers to Lucia as her daughter, second daughter. Don't worry, Megan, nobody's going to take your place. but Lucia is such a blessing, and so thank you. And anyway, they got me a couple of really cool shirts. These are my favorite kind of shirts. These shirts from a Bass Pro Shop or Worldwide, I don't know, from the sports shop there. And so they're awesome. And at this point in my life, Lucia basically has supplied most of my wardrobe, except for my Crocs, which I always wear and like to buy myself. Also got some cards from people who couldn't make it. Here's from Diane and Shap, and they had a wonderful thing to say here. It is such a privilege to have known you for such the greater part of your 70 years. We can't imagine greater friends than you and CJ, as well as Megan and Alex. We wish only the best for you as you celebrate and enjoy this milestone and more to come. We will definitely be having the usual suspects celebration when we return in October. Then in the subtext it says, "Good thing you're as young as you feel, since you feel pretty young, and there's hope for us all. So glad to be your friend, and it's been a great 30-some years as your friend, Shap and Diane." Very nice. And then I got a card from, that's a card from my stockbroker, and that makes me happy that he sent me a card. I hope he's going to make me some money. And then I got a card from my stepmother and her new husband, which is nice, and she said, "Hope to have it. You have a great one. We will have a delayed celebration when you come here on the 21st. I'm going to go visit them." Got one that says "Bad but good at it," and that's from my much loved sister and Tommy Tweet, which went along with the bottle of scotch. And if you didn't meet Tommy, he used to work for Diane at the city, And he's been Megan's best friend, or not Megan, Joanne's best friend, my sister, since grade school, since first grade. Wow, amazing, and wonderful guy. And then I got this card from my cousin Marty that says, if you can still do this at your age, can you still do this at your age? I'm going to show this one. And it says, without farting. And then finally, I got a card here from our good friends, Stephen and Flavio, and it says, I spent money on this card. And you open it up and it says, that makes me a better friend than all those lazy hipsters on Facebook. So I like that one. Anyway, I'll take a picture of all the cards and send them out as an email. And so that's way cool. An addendum. Since we, my sister Joanne, who is videoing this, and me, since we finished up the video, we've discovered some other stuff that I forgot to include. First of all, the pillows. Actually, there were 4 pillows, 2 that said LJ and 2 that said CJ. And here's the CJ ones that I showed you before. All 4 of these come from Jack and Rose, so that mystery has been solved. I also didn't really thank Judy and the breakfast walk group for the wonderful job they did in singing that crazy song about me that I will be whistling to myself forever. And I was really impressed with, I assume Judy did this all by herself, this thing with these candy bars and this whole poem with the candy bars. I'll send out a picture of it, but it was what a treat. And I know that when I have a diabetic panic attack, I can go and take one of these candy bars off there for the next 6 months or a year. And then finally, I mentioned the cards, and I'll be mailing these out, but, I'll send you pictures of all these, but I'll just quickly go through these if it's okay with you. First one comes from Lucia and her husband Guillermo and Dexter, the dog, and it says, old age is like an old house. And it says, the plumbing leaks, the wiring is shot, and half the shingles are missing. Happy birthday. That's encouraging. Again, one of Mary's super uber amazing cards with more stuff on it than I can imagine, with all these cool stuff. And it says, happy birthday, 70th, love, Mary. Thank you. And that's also to CJ. Thank you. Let's see. What else do we have here? I've got old cards here. This one says, happy birthday. Larry, I hope you have a great birthday. Love, Mary. It's another Mary card. Okay. And then there's the one I read here earlier with the VW microbus with all the peace signs on it. And the 70 colorful years card, which, I didn't read this one.
No, that's...
And oh my. I'm glad we didn't skip this over, and I'm glad I just didn't throw these cards out, because my God, look at this. This says, the years you've lived, the way you've lived them, all of it could only add up to one thing, and that's the vibrant, one-of-a-kind person you are today. And it's signed by the people in the walk group. Stephanie and Jack and Rose and Judy and Dave and Mary and Ann Gaddis and Diane Shap and Ed and Anna and Mindy and Marty. And there's an Amazon gift card in here for $195. My God. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't throw these cards out.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you guys, thank you so much. I love you, but all. Anyway, let's see. There's other cards here. Turning 70 used to be something old people did. Now apparently is something cool people do, and that comes from KP, Kathy, our marketer. We have one that says, look, the Bluebird of Happiness is coming to tell you how young you look for your age. Here's the Bluebird coming. And inside it says, Oh, wait, my mistake. It's the duck of denial. That's a good one.
That's good.
And let's see. This comes from Jack, and it's pretty disgusting, actually. I like it. It says it's a thong contest. Get that picture there.
Okay. Thong contest.
And I noticed that that one of the ladies has got, instead of her bottom thong, she's got a thong stuck in her crack. And it says, "Hope your birthday is everything it's cracked up to be." Then there's the back in the day, 1947, and it's like a booklet, and I'm not going to go through it all, but it is very cool. It's got all these advertisements for things in 1947, like green giant peas and molasses orange squares, and just all kinds of cool stuff. Here's a new car for $1,300. Senator's salary was $12,500 a year. That's for the national Senate. So anyway, that's very cool. And it says, birthdays are like underwear. They can be wild and exciting or just plain stinky. They can creep up on you or feel like a pain in the butt. And when you've had them long enough, there's some sagging, wrinkling, and general breakdown of elasticity. Hope yours is a colorful and fun, and that comes from Kelsey, Billy, and Bennett. And if you don't know Kelsey and Billy and Bennett, they are the daughter, son-in-law, and grandson of Diane and Shap. So thank you guys, and I really enjoyed having you guys at the party. Then there's one that says, another birthday, time to take the old guy oath. Raise your hand and repeat the following. I, Larry J., being of questionable mind and aging body, do solemnly declare myself an old guy and hereby officially permitted to scratch my butt in public, drive forever with my left blinker on, pass gas in a crowded elevator, mumble incoherently to myself, snore like a chainsaw, wear hats, call all teenagers stupid little punks, constantly kvetch about my lower back, and fall asleep with absolutely no warning. And it's signed by Rose Dermody and witnessed by the Walking Group. So thank you guys. That's pretty disgusting, actually. And let's see, we got that one. I talked about this one with the bubble gum coming out of the dog's butt, and the 70 colorful years. This comes from Jeff and Jeannie. Thank you, Jeff and Jeannie. Here's one that says, wishing you a happy birthday. Got a guy in a boat with a fishing line. Says, go ahead and celebrate just for the halibut. And that's Marty and Mindy. I think I read this one. I spent money on this card. I read that one previously, right? And it's your day. Have a happy birthday. And this all comes from, no, this is just a client. I read this one about the guy who farts.
Yeah.
I think I read this one, bad but good at it.
Yeah.
And the one from my stepmother. Okay. And the other thing I wanted to bring it to attention, you might have noticed these napkins that were on the tables at the party, and that picture is of me. I'm on the tricycle. And my best friend at the time, Steve Powers, who I love very much, and who passed away about 20 years ago. I miss you, Steve, and thank you, Megan, for including that in the party favors. And then, let's see, we talked about this, and then finally, I really appreciate the fact that my step-granddaughter and her daughter, my great-granddaughter, came to the Kirsten and McKenna came to the party all the way from St. Louis. I think they were the ones who traveled the farthest. Wow. And then it was KP who came from Colorado. So again, it was wonderful. I really appreciate all you friends and those who couldn't make it. We missed you, and I hope we'll see you again. And I love you all. And ain't life wonderful?